What's going on, everybody? Thought I'd give a quick toolbox tour of my box today. Before we get started, a little background information about me. I graduated tech school a few months ago. I've been in the trade here about 3 months now at this shop. When I was in school, I didn't start buying tools, I just saved up. And then about a month before I graduate, or 2 or 3 months before I graduated, I went ahead and picked me a box up. I had a bunch of tools. I'm a generator technician, a diesel generator tech down in Southeast Houston. Let's get started with a look at my box here. It's a US General 72-inch. Pretty decent size, but it's not as deep as I'd like it to be. It's got a water bottle here, Milwaukee battery charger, M18 and 12 volt. This is an Astro pneumatic flashlight, pretty sweet. And then it lights up the top there. Got some Snap-on hand wash. The dealer gave that to me. Company laptop. Here's just some checkout sheets for generators, hand towels, various flyers and stuff from tow trucks. There's a backpack. That cooler came out of like a 30 kW, I think. These are pretty sweet. In your backpack, they're made for your shop towels and stuff. Got that there. Holds your gloves, magnetic trays. My top drawer here, I've got it set up where I usually keep my wallet, my keys there, various markers and things, flashlight, magnet, flashlights, razor blade. These are actually the first tool I got off of a tool truck. These are Cornwell. They do the job. Safety glasses there. A lot of Milwaukee stuff. This is the 3/8 ratchet here. Pretty sweet if you do get it. I recommend the CP batteries. This is a 3.0. This is the biggest you can get in the smaller CP batteries. M12 stubby. I got the big battery on this. This thing is a beast. I use it all day, every day. And then I just picked these up. This is the die grinder and the straight grinder. Here I've got some Harbor Freight extractors. These are for rounded heads on hex bolts. All these hex and Torx are from Harbor Freight. I got them color coded. These are also tools trays. All my red is standard, blue is metric. Here you've got Torx, hex, reverse Torx, more impact Torx, and then up at the top here, these are wobble sockets, metric and standard. All these are Sunex, all the impact. All my 3/8 impacts here and here, metric and standard, are also Sunex. The back 1/2 inch set is Nico. And then I've got various adapters, U-joints, wobble sockets. This is a Snap-on that's pretty sweet. This here is an adapter set. This is 1/2 inch to 3/4. It's good to have that Snap-on. This is a Cobalt set, mostly little drivers and such. It came in a full bag set that I got. These are also Cobalt. These chromes, I got 3/8 and 1/4 inch metric and standard. These, I forget what they're called, but these trays to hold all the sockets is from Harbor Freight. Pretty good investment. Organize your tools, man. That way you know how to find your stuff and know if something goes missing. You can see I'm missing a few sockets here and there, but I'll work on filling that out eventually. Here I just keep some earplugs. I think this is just a little towel for your glasses. A book to keep notes in. Set that there for now. And then over here in these drawers, I wish they had some more deeper drawers in this. And also, what really bugs me is this top drawer. See, it doesn't quite come out all the way. So to get one of these 1/2 inch sockets, you got to tilt tray for it. This is a US General 72 inch. And over here I just got some screwdrivers, not a whole lot. I don't use them that often. Below that, pick set, seal puller. This is for drum brakes. I don't need it where I work, but I have it in there anyway. These are for body panels. Really don't use that here either. Here where I work on bigger generators, so V16s, you know, pushing 2,000 horsepower. That's my kind of what I do. But here's some more little tools there. This is pretty cool. Got this on Amazon. It's a torch set, and it's got various tips in it, so you can use it to solder, whatever, all kinds of little stuff. It's like Civian or Lexicon, whatever. Let's see below that. All kinds of good stuff in there. Butane in the back. 1/2-inch Ingersoll air tools. I don't really use air tools here. We've got such a big yard. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Rivet tools. DeWalt angle grinder down there. Some anti-seize 1/4-inch bit driver from Milwaukee. Thing is pretty good. I prefer the M12 stuff over the M18, just 'cause it's smaller. My top wrench drawer. Been working on this pretty hard. All of this is standard. Starting with crow's feet on the left. These are just some cheap Taiwans. Got on Amazon. Beyond that, these are all Cornwall or Matco. All those are Matco. Various crescent wrenches. Icon standard wrenches. It's a pretty good set. The open end does tend to open up a little bit and round off fasteners if you're not too careful when you're putting a lot of torque on. Gear wrench, non-reversible straights. Craftsman line wrenches. These are sweet. These are also from Icon. Stubby ratcheting wrenches. Well worth it. These are for the Milwaukee die grinders. And this Matco set, these are pretty awesome. I just got these. Ratcheting flex head on one end. It's got the 0 offset on the other. This is a 19 or 3/4. It's pretty long. Pretty awesome set there. Highly recommend it. I try to buy everything in sets and everything that I have in standard. Try to get it in metric. So everything in the standard drawer, I've also got in metric. Same kind of deal. Next we got my hammer drawer. These Wiltons are okay. I do like them, but I definitely prefer the snap-on ball pins. Get a set of those on Amazon. They claim they're unbreakable. Snap-on dead blows. I really like these. I actually got these from a kid on Craigslist selling his dad's stuff. These are from Rigid. These are for cutting PVC. I'll use them to cut cable every now and then, or cut the rubber off of them. Harbor Freight. Never had to use those, but they're there. I recently picked these up. These snap-on pry bars. These are sweet. The handle is awesome. Highly recommend it. Pittsburgh breaker bar back there, and then I've also got Pittsburgh pry bars as well. They'll get the job done for little stuff, but definitely recommend going bigger if you can. Down here, got a decent amount of pliers. I'm not going to go through all of them. My favorite have got to be these Nipex Cobras. These are sweet. I actually got these off the tool truck. He said it'll warranty them out if anything breaks, which is nice. It's got a little button here. You push to slide them up and down. back. Snap-on dial gauge to use with your torque wrenches. Then I've got a 1/4 inch straight, 3/8 flex head, and a 1/2 inch straight torque wrench. Let's take a look at that. It's pretty nice there. Not the digital ones, but hopefully these will last a little longer. Got air tools. This is a straight and an angle die grinder. Does the good job. It does a good job. Does it pretty well. These are sweet for removing gasket material. I think these are from 3M. Yeah, for removing gaskets. These are awesome. I use them most time on the electric die grinders. OTC filter wrench. Rigid filter wrench. This one's pretty big. It's definitely a good thing to have. And on the bottom here, we do a lot of mobile service. I don't have a truck yet, but eventually that's the goal. So these are just some cheap welding gloves. With COVID going around, gotta have your mask. Honeywell, these are electrical gloves. Weller soldering iron there, yellow vest, just a various charger I found in the shop, safety glasses, a headlamp, lockout tagout kit. Definitely need to be using this when you're working on big equipment. One mistake could really cost you your life, so you got to be careful. Hard hat there, earmuffs in the back, and an H2S sensor. You need to have those to get into some of your plants. Over here, my ratchet's pretty weak. I need to step this up. I've got a snap-on custom ratchet coming. This is a Pittsburgh flex head 3/8. Really sweet if you're on a budget. I think this is 72 tooth or something. These are cobalt. I don't use any of them. Don't use these 1/2 inch. This is Icon as well. 1/2 inch flex head. This is Icon. See there? Really thick head though, so I don't use it very often. 3/8. Well, these are my extensions and a few 1/2 to 3/4 adapters. Most of this is cobalt. This is a snap-on locking. It does all right. And then some cheap Nico 1/2 inch extensions. Down here, these are just some T-handles, Harbor Freight and Husky. We tag our units with these. You can also put notes on this. This is for spray paint cans, socket rails. These also tool ones, really nice. Definitely recommend them. They're not expensive either. Tape. This is an amp meter. Blue Point multimeter, good to have. This is really nice. Instead of your standard test light, I think this is called a logic probe. You use power and ground. High resistance internally. Loctites, drill bits, not a whole lot there. I don't use them very often. Various junk. Snap-on battery charger, also just got that. Found it in the shop. M18 Milwaukee drill. This guy here is a beast. This is the Milwaukee 1/2 inch fuel. I think it's like 1,400 foot-pounds of breakaway. This thing is awesome. I don't have the bigger batteries for it yet though. And lots of big sockets. These were a gift from my grandfather. I use those all the time, believe it or not. Most of them are 3/4 inch drive. So those adapters come in pretty handy. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up for the toolbox tour. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. Appreciate it, guys.